And after close to 6 hours of grilling, Rhea Chakrabarti has left the NCB office in Balad Estate in Mumbai. She's been summoned again tomorrow, and during her grilling, Rhea has told the 6 NCB sleuths that she never consumed drugs but procured them via her brother Shouvik for Sushant Singh Rajput. Let's quickly go across to our reporters now joining us for more on the story. Arunil is live with us. Arunil, this is very, very significant because now Rhea Chakrabarti cannot escape what is there on record as far as the WhatsApp chats are concerned. It's obviously a known fact that she was procuring drugs for Sushant Singh Rajput, and the way she was doing it was asking her brother to procure them for her. That's pretty much what she has also told the NCB officials today.
Well, that is right, Madhav. At present, I am outside the residence of Rhea Chakrabarti. Only in a few minutes now, we can expect the main protagonist in this case, Rhea Chakrabarti, to reach her residence. Yes, she wasn't arrested today, but tomorrow is supposed to be the D-Day for Rhea Chakrabarti. Yes, she has accepted, basically saying that drugs were procured. Now, drugs were procured for whom? That is the main question that arises. And was it a mixture of heavy drugs that was given to actor Sushant Singh Rajput? And also we know that how heavy medicines were given to Sushant Singh Rajput as well. An insider clearly has confirmed it 2 times now. So whether that affected Sushant Singh Rajput's psychological health, completely physical health also, that is the main question that arises. And also whether Rhea Chakrabarti had pre-planned it, whether this was a conspiracy that she had hatched in connivance with all the other players, basically Dipesh Sawant, Samuel Miranda, as well as Siddharth Pitani. That is the big question that arises. But tomorrow is supposed to be the D-Day for Rhea Chakrabarti after around 7 hours of intense grilling session. Tomorrow again we can expect a lengthy interrogation at the NCB office, because today, if we remember, she had gone late today. She was called at 10:30 a.m. She reached around 12:30 p.m. today. But tomorrow the action is expected to start early in the morning, and also a very high probability of an arrest of Rhea Chakrabarti, considering that the other 3 people in the case, basically Samuel Miranda, Dipesh Sawant, have been arrested now.
Right. Arunil, this is very, very significant, and we'll keep coming back to you for all the updates, particularly when Rhea Chakrabarti actually reaches her residence there, where you've been reporting from early hours today as well. Tamal Saha has been tracking all the developments at Balad Estate. Tamal, it was very, very important today, because today is the day when Rhea Chakrabarti, the person who has been under the spotlight, the person whom, in fact, not just the ED and CBI have been investigating, but here the NCB also has very clearly found it very important to interrogate her. First, she was interrogated individually, and then along with other individuals who have been detained by the Narcotics Control Bureau.
Well, Madhav, NCB has so far maintained that they are probing the Sushant Singh Rajput mysterious death investigation, the case. That apart, they are also probing the larger drug nexus which is existing in the tinsel town of Mumbai. Well, both the incidents seems like coinciding at some point, and NCB is trying to understand from Rhea Chakrabarti as what had been her role specifically to the issue of Sushant Singh Rajput, given the fact that Shouvik Chakrabarti in his statement to the NCB has clearly indicated that Rhea Chakrabarti was in know-how of everything, that Rhea Chakrabarti's credit card was used. Shouvik Chakrabarti used to pay peddlers with in cash and also Google Pay, and we also know there had been several peddlers who in kind of a chain formation had been working in close coordination with Shouvik Chakrabarti and Samuel Miranda. Samuel Miranda, Shouvik Chakrabarti, Dipesh Sawant all had access to Sushant Singh Rajput's house. Rhea Chakrabarti happened to be quote-unquote very good friend of Sushant Singh Rajput. She admits that she was his girlfriend. So in that case, did Rhea Chakrabarti miss out things happening inside the house of Sushant Singh Rajput? Rhea Chakrabarti has so far maintained that the drugs, for that matter marijuana, bud, these things were procured for Sushant Singh Rajput. But the obvious question that she was made to face or confronted with was whether these drugs were given to Sushant Singh Rajput even after knowing that this can deteriorate his mental state of affairs, his mental health, and whether those things have pushed him to the brink. Now, Rhea Chakrabarti, as we have learned from NCB sources today, during the course of interrogation, has even admitted that she had taken drugs in her own life. She had procured drugs. But for NCB, the larger question, the larger probe is as whether she had been
Absolutely. All of these are very, very crucial aspects of the interrogation as far as the investigations into this entire case are concerned. Tamal Saha as well as Arunil Sadadekar, I'd like to thank both of you for joining us with those updates. We'll continue to come to you for more updates as and when they take place. But I'd like to quickly go across to our other guests who are joining us for more on the story. Tuhin Sinha, spokesperson of the BJP, is with us. Priyanka Dev, digital journalist, also joins us on the broadcast. Priyanka Tibrewal, advocate, is with us. Ravi Srivastav, political analyst, also with us from Mumbai. Vikas Gupta, lawyer, joins us from the National Capital. And Tanvi Pruthi, political analyst, is with us as well. Tanvi, I'll begin with you. It is a very, very important day. Either which way you look at it, the fact is that Rhea Chakrabarti has been questioned. And what is very curious is that here is a person who has thus far always maintained, at least in her interviews and in her statements, that she has tried to get Sushant Singh Rajput off the drug habit. But you have WhatsApp conversations where she is seen very actively pursuing the procurement of these drugs. Now, both of these things are extremely contradictory, Tanvi Pruthi. Tanvi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. There was the connection was lost. Could you please repeat yourself?
That's all right. In fact, I'll repeat that question. What I was just saying is that you have on one hand Rhea Chakrabarti, who has been interrogated today and who has, according to the reports that we have broken here on Times Now, confessed that she was in fact procuring these drugs through her brother. Now, on the one hand, you have her coming out and making statements that she was trying to get Sushant off the drug habit. On the other hand, you have her confession today and the WhatsApp chats that prove that she was actively procuring it through her brother for Sushant Singh Rajput. Both of these are contradictory.
Absolutely, absolutely. In that scenario, she's been caught red-handed for sure. And I don't think that's going to be very easy for her to justify, considering that the NDPS Act is very strict when it comes to the drug procurement or using it or even, getting it for somebody else or for giving it to somebody else. So the act is very strict. However, now all eyes on CBI, that how they link it with the Sushant Singh Rajput death case. I think that is the most important aspect right now. As far as the NDPS side and the role of NCB is concerned, I think Rhea has been caught red-handed, and I'm just waiting that when they're going to arrest her for it, because we know that the act is very strict and the provisions are extremely difficult. So in this act, the burden of proof is actually on the accused to prove their innocence, and not like in the IPC. So
Vikas Gupta, do you agree with that? Vikas Gupta, here is Tanvi Pruthi, and she is someone, of course, who has supported Rhea several times in debates, but even she comes out to say that as far as the drug angle is concerned, it's a clincher, it's a no-brainer as far as the evidence that is, there in front of all of us, that's there in the public domain, and of course her confession today as well, or her admission, if I can call it that, to the NCB officials. Vikas Gupta.
Madhav, may I just answer Tanvi's legal proposition where she says the burden of proof is on the accused. That is only that section 54 is retracted only when you find you are in possession of the drugs. That you will have to explain that you were not in possession. So here the possession is not there. Secondly, most of the offences here, procurement or consumption or for getting it for Sushant or giving it to him, are all small quantities, which is again a bailable offence. Now you would ask me that how they could get a remand for 5 days in a case which is a bailable offence. While remand applications are filed, the NCB would have given a case diary where they would have something else to unearth, and probably that is the reason where the judge extends a remand application. As far as drugs is concerned, I still have my doubts whether it has any connection with the death of Sushant Singh.
Okay.
And this is a separate investigation. Which, Madhav, just give me 30 seconds.
No, so you made an important point. I'm going to come back to you. We have time. I will come back to you, Mr. Vikas Gupta. Let me quickly bring in the others as well on this debate. Priyanka Tibrewal, is there any connection? This is the point being made by Tanvi and Vikas Gupta again and again, that this drug angle has nothing to do with or probably has nothing to do with the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. How do you respond to such statements, Priyanka Tibrewal?
It is very important to observe the way Rhea behaved or reacted. As soon as the NCB entered the fray to investigate the drug angle, she went on an interview spree to make people believe that she's innocent. Now, why was that U-turn done by her? Because she wanted to show and bring up the image of Sushant that no, it was he who was the druggie, and that is what you see in the interview. She never mentioned for once that she procured drugs. What did she say? It was Sushant who was taking drugs. And today she is admitting that she procured drugs. So it has definitely got to do something with Sushant's death. Now the period between which Rhea says that she was not there with Sushant, we have to understand that did she give him or administer him those kind of drugs, and what kind of quantity it was? Was he there in a proper frame of mind? Is it pointing towards abetment to suicide? If at all it is. So it is definitely interlinked, it is definitely connected, and we have to understand and go in the depths of it. And
Okay.
as far as the quantity goes, see, we do not know what is the detail of
Respond
the
to that.
quantity which
Mr.
the
Gupta, would you like to
NCB is
respond to
currently
that?
examining.
Mr. Gupta, is it possible that a person who was under medication was taking drugs for other purposes, for medical reasons, on top of those drugs, if a person is given these drugs as well, narcotics as well, you know, obviously this is going to interfere with the mental state of that individual, and this has been the charge of the family of Sushant Singh Rajput right from the beginning, right from the time they filed that FIR as well.
Yeah, Madhav, if you go on to the website of Ministry of Social Justice, they would tell you that more than 15 million youth in this country uses hash, ganja or marijuana, whatever name you may call. These are mild drugs. I'm not advocating the use of drugs at all. Please don't misquote me or misunderstand me. What I'm saying, it's a menace which is spread all over the country. Yes, if somebody has a mental health problem and along with the drugs prescribed by the doctor, if you make use of marijuana, it will have a bad effect on the health. But if that is the result, that results to a death or it results to abetment of suicide, I think the doctors would be in a better position to make a statement rather, because I'm a non-medical
sure,
person.
we can bring in medical experts, sir, but we can't rule out that possibility. That's the point that we're making. Tuhin Sinha, how do you respond to Vikas Gupta when he says that we should wait till doctors conclude such a aspect and we should not jump the gun on this? Tuhin Sinha.
Madhav, that is what
Madhav, we need to remember.
You made your point, sir. Let others also come in, please.
That the prime accused over here has been implicated by none other than her own brother. So her lawyer, who apparently is a more talented liar than the prime accused, do you remember the things he was telling? The first time the drugs angle came, he offered that she should give her blood sample. He was the one who tried to obfuscate the case by getting in the life insurance angle. So all of those lies today stand exposed. See, beyond that, I really don't want to get into the details of the case because the CBI, the ED and the NCB are doing a wonderful job. What I want to bring as a representative of a political party over here, I find it very intriguing that, given the pace, every time there is a progress in the investigation, I don't know why, the nervousness of the state government keeps increasing. A couple of hours ago, if you are aware of it, today the Shiv Sena has brought in a very weird threat angle to the CM's residence. All of these are, the usual victimhood, the sympathy angles, which unfortunately, instead of the victim, it was the state government which is manufacturing it. And this is what exposes the political link. This is what exposes the political protection that was being given to the prime accused.
Okay. Ravi Srivastava, respond to that. Is this all a diversionary tactic? Is the state trying to build up sympathy for itself, as Tuhin Sinha is alleging?
Question to me, Madhav?
Yes, Ravi Srivastava. Question for you, sir.
Yeah, right. Mr. Tuhin Sinha, first of all, you remember that when you come to politics, your people are posting the posters in Bihar to get the justice for Sushant Singh Rajput and asking the name, votes in the name of it. So please stop that you are not politicizing it. Second thing what I want to say, Madhav, is that Narcotics Control Bureau has not put up any press release as of now. So what she admitted, what she has not admitted, it is still in a scope of speculation. Just the interrogation is continuing tomorrow also. But as far as I am aware, the act requirement of the 22, 27, 28 or whatever it is of NDPS, they do not warrant any major punishment for these kind of crimes. First of all, these cats are not going to withstand the scrutiny of law. These are minor offences which people can get through with a small fine or a very minor punishment if it is proved in the court of law. So saying that,
sir, but they are offences done the same. They are offences done the same. Ravi Srivastava, there's no escaping the fact that they are offences. And also, of course, the point that I was making earlier, I don't think you were there at that time when I made a point to Vikas Gupta. Why this is relevant is that you have a person who is taking medication for a mental illness. Such a person being given these psychotropic substances in addition to those drugs could have huge negative impacts on the health, particularly the mental health of this individual. This is the charge, and this is why this particular drug angle is so relevant to the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, Mr. Ravi Srivastava. You can't rule out that possibility.
To be proved. I think that is the moot question, because she may have committed that, yes, I was procuring, but procuring for whom? Who was the consumer for that? This is yet to be established. This is yet to be proved.
Okay, yet to be proved. Priyanka De, is it yet to be proved? Is it yet to be proved, or is all the information out there that is there in the public domain?
What has she accepted? If at all she has accepted, what has she accepted today? She accepted the WhatsApp chat which was leaked. She said that yes, she was procuring. Now there was another WhatsApp chat related to that.
Okay. Priyanka, Tribunal, just a minute. That question also, Priyanka Dev. I want Priyanka Dev to respond, please, because we have to slip into a quick break in just a few moments. Priyanka Dev.
Yeah, admissible that the WhatsApp chats, they may not be admissible in court, but she lied. She came out in public and said that she never did drugs. And now today it's found that she did do drugs. So why lie? If you're at a college party, if you're at a whatever party, and if drugs are prevalent, what's wrong in saying that, I did do drugs, I was involved? So before it was absolutely positive that she was lying. I mean, at best she can be called a liar, and that opens up more loopholes and more suspicions in the case. What else is she hiding, and what else is she lying about? So this definitely needs to be investigated.
Hidden from the public. Those are some questions coming in from our panelists. In fact, Priyanka Dev, I would request you to stay on with us, because we're getting information that Rhea Chakrabarti could be reaching her residence anytime now. These are the pictures coming in live from her residence, where she is expected any minute from now. Let me quickly go across to Arunil, who's with us on the broadcast. Arunil, take us through what's happening. How far is that convoy of the security personnel, the Mumbai police, who is in fact at the moment accompanying Rhea Chakrabarti's vehicle?
Well, only in a few seconds now, Madhav, we can expect Rhea Chakrabarti's car to reach her building premises. In fact, some people, some of the officers who were accompanying the car of Rhea Chakrabarti, they got down on the opposite road. Now a U-turn needs to be taken roundabout, basically at around a distance of half a kilometer, and then only she'll be able to reach her residence near the SNDT College in Juhu Santa Cruz area. But yes, after around 7 hours of intense grilling session, we can expect the car of Rhea Chakrabarti to reach her house, and tomorrow is going to be an extremely significant day for Rhea Chakrabarti. And with respect to this entire investigation, considering that there is a most likely chance of an arrest of Rhea Chakrabarti also tomorrow, and the kind of chats that Times Now has also shown, and which is there with the investigative agencies as well, particularly the March 15 WhatsApp chat between Shouvik Chakrabarti, the brother of Rhea, and her, where she trying to procure drugs for somebody else, and she has accepted that, but also said that she didn't consume drugs herself. So was she giving it to Sushant Singh Rajput, and was it medically advisable to give it to Sushant Singh Rajput? These are some very pertinent questions that come to the fore, considering that he was under medication and she knew that he was under medication, and there was also a possibility that heavy dose of medicines were administered by Rhea Chakrabarti in consultation with the doctor father, which has been confirmed by Anandi, a person who was very much staying in the same house. So this blend of heavy dose of medicine and also drugs being given. Now, as you can see, this is the car of Rhea Chakrabarti coming over here. It has basically zoomed past Rhea, but this is the car of Rhea Chakrabarti reaching the residence of. This is the building of Rhea Chakrabarti, and
All right, Rhea Chakrabarti reaching her residence there. Arunil Sadadekar reporting from that particular spot where Rhea Chakrabarti, after 6 hours of grilling by the Narcotics Control Bureau, has reached her residence. She will, of course, be going there tomorrow as well. She has been summoned for a second round of questioning tomorrow, the second day of questioning rather, that will take place tomorrow as well. So Rhea Chakrabarti, whose role at this point of time really under the scanner, reaches her residence where, of course, she will spend the night, and again tomorrow will be going to the Narcotics Control Bureau office at Ballad Estate in Mumbai. Arunil is still with us. Arunil, questions were once again posed to Riya Chakrabarti, but no answers coming there.
Well, that is a very pertinent question, Madhav. We can see these are live visuals from the building premises of Riya Chakrabarti. The cops completely escorted her to her parking space, and now she has parked her car. The car has been parked and she will be going to her house. But tomorrow remains an extremely crucial and a significant day with respect to this entire investigation, and for Riya Chakrabarti particularly as well, considering that she faces arrest tomorrow. That's what we understand. And the chats that we were mentioning, March 15 chat between Riya Chakrabarti and Souvik Chakrabarti, it nails the Chakrabartis to a very large extent, because she has accepted that she procured drugs via Souvik Chakrabarti through his contacts and nexus in the drug mafia operating in Bandra particularly. So for whom the drugs were procured by Riya Chakrabarti? Was it administered to Sushant Singh Rajput, and she knew that he had a medical condition? He was taking medical consultation with several doctors in the city of Mumbai. So did that have a detrimental impact on Sushant Singh Rajput, with also the heavy doses of medicines that were given by the Chakrabartis? Basically, Riya Chakrabarti, in consultation with her doctor father Indrajit Chakrabarti, confirmed 2 times now by Anandi, who was very much in the same house. All these things Riya Chakrabarti will have to answer tomorrow.
Okay.
An intense grilling session expected tomorrow.
Arunil, we'll leave it there for the moment. I'd like to thank you for joining us with all those updates. Slipping into a quick break, and our coverage continues on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Our guests continue to be with us. Riya Chakrabarti has just reached her residence after 6 hours of grilling at the Narcotics Control Bureau office in South Mumbai's Ballad Estate. Let's quickly get in a word from our guests who are with us. Priyanka Dev, before we went into the break, we were discussing the role of Riya Chakrabarti and the many discrepancies in the versions that have come out. But any which way you look at it, whether it's credit card transactions, whether it's WhatsApp chats that contain references to drugs and procuring them, to the other digital data and footprints that have been left behind, certainly Riya Chakrabarti's role in terms of procuring these narcotics does appear to be a given.
Yeah, I mean, there are way too many discrepancies. This leaves so many loopholes, which makes the public question that if she's making statements in the public domain, forget with officials, but she's making statements in the public domain. She's got mainstream media interviews where she's making contradictory statements. I mean, at best, she's a liar. So what I'm questioning right now is, what exactly is this girl hiding? And it's probably something very serious, because there is also footage of her going in a hoodie.